What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing very well. I hope you've got some coffee. We are going to do a sort of weekly news roundup. There's a couple of really awesome things that have happened right now, and I'm also going to talk about this week. It's reset day. We're going to talk about some vault stuff. There's some new changes to the Great Vault looting system, which is really great. I'm going to show you guys some quick ways to gear your characters if you have any alt characters that you're bringing into this expansion right now, or if you're returning to the game right now and your eye level is like really low. I'm going to show you some gear that you can get very, very easily in Haven. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll talk about a couple of catch-up systems with alts. We'll cover the Great Vault. There's the Revered Reputation stuff that I'll touch on a little bit. I've been talking to you guys in the comments like crazy about this, so I'm going to touch on that a little bit. I'm going to talk really quickly about how to make some gold in Zereth Mortis if you need it to be crafting your new legendary, which kind of ties in with the talk about getting Revered Reputation, because that'll be happening next week, basically. If you can get to Revere by next week, then you can get the Memory of Unity. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then we can also talk about flying you can unlock this week. So you can unlock flying actually right now, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So grab your coffee. We're going to go through all these different news articles. We're going to start, though, right here in Oribos. So let's just check out the Great Vault together. I literally haven't opened this yet. I just got off work. Let's check this out together. Everybody pray. Put your hands together for a tier set piece. I don't have one yet, so please. We got to beg together that we're going to get one. Did we get one? We didn't get one, did we? Oh, no! 2 weeks in a row, dude! That's not a bad trinket, though. 278. Oh, my goodness. We didn't get anything. Like, we did, but... Okay. I'll look back at this in a minute. Man, that's so sad. Here's what's kind of cool, actually. This is a great example. Let's say... you know, you get unlucky like me, and maybe none of these are good for you. None of these choices are good for you, okay? What if that happens? Well, of course you can choose down here. You used to be able to get this attendance token of merit, and it can be exchanged for valuables offered by Kotal in Oribos. So what does that mean? Well, let's say you don't have anything. You can get 6 of these now instead of just, you used to just get 1. So what does this mean? Well, okay, my vault was terrible. I'm going to get those tokens, those 6 tokens. Here's Kotal right here. You go talk to him, and now he has new options for you to choose from on his vendor tab. He used to only have stuff like Korthite crystals and Callus hide, lightless silk, Elithium ore. He has Stygia and Soul Ash, but there's a bunch of new options here that we're going to talk about, and this is awesome. So if your vault is kind of terrible, there's some new options for you here. So here's one. Catalog research we already had. Genesis motes, you can get those now. Bottled Night Sky, it costs only 1 token. So if you have 6 tokens, then you can get 150 Genesis motes. That's 25 times 6. 150 Genesis motes right there. This, you can get Cipher of the First Ones. That's 40 times 6. That's 240 Ciphers of the First Ones. You can get Reputation, which is really actually amazing if you need to catch up a little bit on Reputation. I was talking before about getting Revered with the Enlightened. That's going to be important. Getting Revered with the Enlightened is going to be important soon. It doesn't have to happen in the next week, but certainly within the next couple of weeks. So if your vault is really bad, you could get 600 rep. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, that's 450. 900 rep with the Enlightened. If you spend 6 tokens here, that's a 900 rep. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. You can get Renown with your Covenant. If you're sick and tired of doing the Covenant-specific quests, you can just get some Renown for free from the Token of Merit. You can get 500 Cosmic Flux. If you times 6, that's 3,000. Right? 5, 10, 15. That's 3,000 Cosmic Flux, which is great for the crafting stuff. Gold. I believe this is 3,000 gold for 3 tokens. You could get, I think, 6,000 gold. I think. I forget what the actual amount is. Actually, it might be over here. Yeah, it says, on average, it says it rewards 3,000 gold. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it means that you can potentially get more or less, but you might get, on average, 6,000 gold from spending 6 tokens in it. So that's not bad either. 6K is not bad at all. And then the big one, this is the big one, guys. Add a socket to a Shadowlands Season 3 item that does not already have one. Can be used on helms, necks, bracers, belts, or rings. So that's really huge. And that's going to be really huge as the expansion continues to progress. This is an extremely easy way to get sockets on your items, much easier than it used to be. The last one was Korthia, right? You had to basically farm Korthia rep, and I didn't even do it. My Korthia rep is at tier 3. You had to get to tier 6 on the Archivist Codex, so that was much more annoying. This is much easier to do. You can just put 6 tokens in and get 1 socket. Like within 4 or 5 weeks, if you did this every single week, obviously that's not ideal, but you could have a socket every single week, right? So very, very good choices now from this vendor if your vault is as bad as mine usually is, okay? So that's really, really good news for people who get bad vaults or later in the expansion, like let's say a month from now, if you've gotten all your tier gear that you want and you're kind of good to go on gear in about a month, let's say, you can start utilizing this guy and get sockets on all your gear, which is so significant. It's kind of that final piece of the puzzle that you can really... So Blizzard did a great job here. I think that there's great choices. The reputation is fantastic. The sockets are also fantastic. I think those two in particular are amazing. Now, if you're looking to catch up with a character, with an alt character, let's say, you could get Renown, or you could get any of these other resources that you need, but you could easily get Renown, which is really, really good. Or get some Reputation with the Enlightened to get yourself quickly into, like, Honored Reputation, right? So that's the vault stuff I wanted to show you. That's the new stuff going on here. Very, very powerful stuff. Now, we're going to move forward to... We're going to work our way towards Haven. I want to show you one more thing. Keeping in line with the whole alt character experience, right? So let's say you do have an alt character, or let's say you're just coming back to the game. I had some people in my comments say they were just coming back to the game for like they've been away for a long, long time. Well, if that's the case, first of all, there's new stuff for you in the vault, so make sure you at least do one, like a Mythic Plus every week or something, right, to get something in the vault. Number 2, you can come up here to the Flight Master guy, and instead of clicking on the Flight Master, there's a guy right here, Odara. It's the Heirloom Broker. Now, you want to click on this person, and there's 2 things you want to get here. Number 1, you want to get this. If you're brand new to the game, if you're just coming back to the game, or if you're starting an alt, get 40 Renown on, right, just for 500 gold. Easy peasy, get 40 Renown to get yourself started on the path to 80 Renown. You don't want to start at 0. You can start at 40 for 500 gold. So buy this thing and get yourself going. Number 2, you need to buy some anima. Now, this, of course, would basically be for an alt character. If you had a main character that already has a bunch of anima banked up, you can buy this and send it to your alternative character, okay? Why do you want to do that? I'm going to show you right now. But these are the 2 things. Make sure you get 40 Renown, and make sure you buy a bunch of anima for your alt character, because when you go into Haven, there is actually a vendor in Haven that sells gear for anima, and it's essentially like the beginning of the catch-up gear. If you're really low on gear, if you just start a new character, or if you're starting an alt character and they're like eye level 200 or eye level, like, I don't know, 160 or 170, you can go grab anima from the broker that I just showed you, and then come to Haven, and there's another broker right here, Hadia, I'm not sure how to say it, but this chick right here, Hadia, she has gear for you that you can buy with anima. And it's only 500 per piece, and it's all eye level 226. So if you're stuck at like eye level 160 or eye level 200 on an alt character, go get some anima. Send some anima to your alt character from your main, and then come to this broker and buy everything at 226. It's got weapons, it has trinkets, it has everything. Cloak, your neck, your ring, every single slot is covered. There's even 2 specific trinkets here that you can't get anywhere else. They're not amazing, but I did this on my Death Knight. I caught my Death Knight up to eye level 226 in like 2 seconds because I was able to buy all this gear. So that's the combo I wanted to say. If you're like a returning character, the vault might have stuff for you. You can use those tokens from the vault to buy whatever you want. You can buy Reputation with the Enlightened. You can buy Covenant Renown levels with whatever Covenant you want to be at. Make sure you buy that 40 thing first. And then you go to the vendor, buy the 40, get to 40 Renown. Also buy anima. Bring your anima here to this Hadia and buy items. Get yourself to item level 226 right off the bat. And then you can queue for stuff like the raid. This requires item level, I think, 225 or 220 something, just to get into the looking for raid finder if you want to get some quick gear out of the LFG or LFR there. So that's that. That's like the catch-up stuff for characters if you happen to be behind on everything. Now, One more thing, one more little note I just want to tell you guys is that this vendor here, this is Velo. He sells, of course, this here, which makes all your conduits item level 226. This makes that new recipe in Oribos, you know, the vendor who you can spend the tokens on from the vault. You can up your reputation with the Enlightened if you're on an alt character. It is unfortunately character specific. Your reputation is not account wide. So if you want to go get all your conduits up to 226 really, really quickly, you need to get to honored reputation, or just friendly. You just have to get to friendly with them. Sorry. I am honored with them. So all you have to do is get friendly with them, and that doesn't take very much at all. You could probably just spend a few of those tokens in Oribos on reputation, go do the weekly quest, go do a couple of other things, and you might get to friendly like right away. And then you can buy this and upgrade all of your conduits to 226. So it's another catch-up mechanic if you are bringing an alt into this expansion, or if you're just starting a brand new character and haven't really been able to do anything yet. So some quick catch-up mechanics there, guys, for you if you want to be able to get your alt characters or your new characters into the new expansion. So that's that. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is this week. This quest unlocks, I think that this might be the quest that it starts with. I need to go check this actually really quickly. Let's switch over to how to unlock flying. Actually, we'll get to this in a second. Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, it's the unlocking the secrets thing. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I first just want to talk about the reputation grind a little bit, because a lot of you guys have been talking in the comments about, oh, I've been able to get, you know, you'll be able to get to rep in the timeline before March 22nd rolls around, which is next week reset. And I totally agree with you guys that it's possible to do it. What I was trying to say in the comments is that you don't have to do it. So one thing that's really cool, though, is that once you get to Revered Reputation, you can obviously buy the Memory of Unity, and this means you can put your legendary on any slot that you want to, which is very, very helpful. Not any slot at all, like not your trinkets and not your weapons, but any of the other slots, you can essentially put your legendary into that slot, and you can buy... The problem is you'll have to buy a base piece once again. So you have to buy like if you want to get the highest eye level, you have to go buy that item level like 291 base piece, which might be kind of cost prohibitive potentially for you guys if you want to do it this way. Now, for those of you guys who don't have like tons of money or don't care to get to Revered Reputation before March 22nd, you don't have to worry about it. You just have to do the storyline, the quest line, which is part of here. You have to do starting over. You have to do a means to an end and starting over. Get to chapter 7 of the campaign, finish that off, and you'll get the legendary belt for free. Okay? You'll just get it, and it'll be item level 265. Then you can work on your reputation, get the Memory of Unity later, and then you can buy the base piece later, the 291 base piece, and get your legendary like fully upgraded to its highest potential. But yeah, you can definitely do this by next week, by March 22nd if you want to, but I just think that that's, you know, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can buy the belt, you know, next week. After doing chapter 7, you don't even have to buy the belt, you just get the belt, and then you can work on your reputation afterwards. That's kind of how I would think that a lot of players can do it if they want to. No pressure to get revered right away. Now, on top of that, this week there is going to be flying. It's unlocking if you do chapter 6 of the campaign. Why isn't this come on, there we go. Now let's just switch over to this over here. So, unlocking flying in Zereth Mortis, patch 9.2, chapter 6, unlocks means to an end achievements. Let's just read this here. This week on live service, chapter 6 of the campaign can be started. Completing this chapter also completes the achievement means to an end. One of the required achievements for Zereth Mortis flying, and if you're up to date with the zone, the last achievement. In Chapter 6 of the campaign, we finally received news from the previously rescued Oracle by Pelagos and Farim. So I'm standing in front of them right now. The Oracle is finally awake. Using Pok to communicate, the Oracle reveals their name as Cezura, and they start guiding you on your path to regaining balance in the Shadowlands. For more information on Chapter 6 of the rest of the campaign, check our guide. So Wowhead has a guide here on what you need to do, but completing Chapter 6 also unlocks the achievement Means to an End. This achievement is part of the Zereth Mortis meta achievement, Unlocking the Secrets, which unlocks flying in Zereth Mortis. So you do need to do the entire Unlocking the Secrets quest line in order to get flying. But this last piece of it starts right here with Pelagos. So if you get into Haven this week, you can walk up here. Pelagos will have a big exclamation mark above his head. This is going to start you on the quest to get Chapter 6 done of Secrets of the first one, which is a means to an end. You can see how it's in white there. I haven't done it yet, obviously, because it's in white. Starting over is Chapter 7. We can't even get there yet. That's why it's in gray. So you can start this quest line with Pelagos. Now, you will still have to... This is part of what's called the Unlocking the Secrets quest line. And you can see I've done some of this, but not all of it. I have to get some of this stuff done. Path to Enlightenment, I'm almost done. I think I'm on the Return to Grace quest line right now. So I've almost finished that. And... then I need to finish off Tales of the Exile, which is the Farim thing. You have to find all of the Farim files. I have to get some add-on to show me where the rest of those are. Then I'll be caught up, and then once I'm finished a means to an end with Pelagos here, then I'm done and I've got flying. Okay? That's how you get flying. You have to do all of these sort of meta achievements here. Most of them you guys have probably already finished, and so all you have to do is a means to an end, which you start with Pelagos right here. So that's how you get flying. You can get it this week right now, and then you can fly around Zereth Mortis, which is amazing. That's a really good quality of life thing. So definitely jump on that achievement, guys, and get that done as soon as you can. So that's it. I did want to talk a little bit about making gold, but it's the market is not actually as good as it used to be anymore. I wonder if this long boy could actually just sit still. Think he'll do that for me? Probably not, right? Dang. Well, what I was selling before was these things called Progenitor Essentia, which were the sort of legendary materials you could get while you were mining or herbing, and those would give you an absolute ton of gold on the market. But all the other ores and stuff have kind of tanked a little bit on the market. Now, they might be up again because it's reset day. I'm not really sure. Oh, we'll talk to this guy. But let's look at the Progenitor Essentia. So there's still 20,000 a piece, which is pretty insane. But the Progenium ore, which is what I have been selling, is down quite a bit. You know, it's only 16. It used to be like 40 or 50 gold a pop. So what you really want to go farm for is these Progenitor Essentias. They're going to sell for 20 grand a pop. And basically, in one of my other videos, I showed you guys my farming route. It starts over here, and I would go into here. And a lot of the stuff is back in here. You can do mining and herbing. And you can mine the new ore, the Progenium ore, or herb the first flowers, which are the new flowers. Those will all get you, have a chance to get you the Progenium ore. Sorry, the Progenitor Essentia, which is these things right here. So this is what you're looking for, and you can go farm these to try and make a lot of money. If you're looking to get the Memory of Unity going in like next week, you're gonna have to buy a base piece at like 291. That's probably gonna be ridiculously expensive. We can take a look at them right now. We'll go armor, mail. I'll just do a headpiece for fun. So you can see 291. It's not actually too bad right now. It's only about 70k, but that is a lot, and it fluctuates throughout the weeks. I've seen them go up to 100k, depending on sort of the different slot that you want to put it in. So different slots cost obviously a lot more. So if you do need to make some gold, the best way to make it is to go farm those Progenitor Essentias. They're going to sell for so much money. You have to kind of get lucky, but if you do get lucky, they'll sell for a lot, and you'll be able to make your gold that way. So you can afford to purchase your base piece if you're doing the Memory of Unity thing, or if you need to maybe craft a brand new legendary that you haven't crafted yet, and you want to craft it at a high eye level. You're going to need some of those base pieces, and they cost a lot. So just an extra way to make money. I do have a video on actually the entire route that I take. If you want to go back and look at that, you can go see those in my channel. So that's it, guys. That's most of the news that I wanted to wrap up there for you. There's some stuff in the Great Vault. Really got expanded really, really well, which is awesome. If your reward from the Great Vault kind of sucks, then you can instead go spend those tokens on the vendor who's right here. You can get rep. You can get sockets for your gear, which is going to be really good heading into the later stages of this patch. That's going to be amazing. So I'm glad that Blizzard added that in as sort of a fail-safe in case your vault is completely terrible, like most of mine are. And then I talked a little bit about, obviously, if you're just starting this expansion now, or you have an alt character, you can get some stuff from the vault. Very, very good. Then you can go to the Ring of Transference, and there's this character over here who sells 40 renown for you. On top of that, they can also give you anima, if you transfer it from your main character, that would be the main thing. You want to send anima to your alt character from your main, and you can bring that anima over here and buy items with Hadja. You get item level 226 on everything. Then you can queue for stuff like LFR, get into the raid, get some experience in there, get your alt, maybe some gear, and kind of start working those angles that way. Again, if you want to go make some more money, there's the farming route over here that I was talking about for the Progenitor Essentia. And on top of that, we can unlock flying this week, which starts with Pelagos over here if you're looking for that meta achievement it's a means to an end, I think, is the one that he is on, of course, and that leads into the Path to Enlightenment one. It goes to the whatever the main one is. But once you have finished all the meta achievements, you can do these last two, and you can complete Chapter 6 today, and then you can start flying around. And you can see some people are already flying. Which is super cool. They've already unlocked it. So get in there, guys, and get flying unlocked this week. Go make some money with the Progenitor Essentias. It's a great time to bring alts into the expansion, or to get back into the expansion if you don't have a character in here yet. There's some really good catch-up systems already in place for you. And, of course, they have massively buffed the vault, which is really, really great. It's got some protection for you there if you kind of have a bad vault. So that's the news for this week, guys. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to show you. That's the quick little video for today. If you guys want to tune into the stream, make sure you go to twitch.tv/ZukoVibes. I'm on pretty much every single night. I've been streaming some crazy enhanced videos, some Death Knight stuff in my Frosty K, but lots of crazy enhanced videos with the Frost Shock, Ice Strike builds we were trying out. So come tune in and check it out if you guys want to see some fun enhancement videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to drop a like, it really helps a lot. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would also help out a lot as well. We're almost at 1,100 subs, guys. We just got 1,000 like a few days ago, and we're almost at 1,100. So thank you guys so much for the support and for all that you guys are doing. Thanks for chatting in the comments. We will continue those conversations down below. Until the next one, catch you later.